This performance task was developed to address basic quantitative reasoning skills in a very broad, diverse student population. So all of our students have to take some type of quantitative reasoning course before they graduate. However, the type of courses to take can vary tremendously. So while some students have lots of experience and knowledge about statistical analyses and so forth, other students may not.
The assignment is used for the assessment of students' learning relative to the quantitative reasoning goal within the Essential Studies program, UND's general education program. And in particular, it's used during what we call an assessment week, where students from our senior capstone students are brought together and asked to complete the assignment so that can then be scored later by a team of faculty from across UND.
The optimal way to develop the performance tasks is through a team, and the team really offers the opportunity to promote reflection, have dialogue across the disciplines, and to afford faculty the opportunity to learn from each other in mutually beneficial ways.
I think a benefit of this particular type of performance task assignment is that in its current state, it's fairly basic. It addresses some fundamental quantitative reasoning skills of students. However, it can easily be added to or expanded upon to address more specific types of skills that an instructor might expect of their students.
Well, I think having people from a variety of disciplines avoided what I can imagine would be a potential mistake with something like this in making assumptions about the ways in which students are getting or learning relative to a goal like quantitative reasoning. So, for example, I'm in the mathematics department, and so I have, preconceived notions about what it might mean to teach a student quantitative reasoning. And therefore, it's good to have individuals from other disciplines who can bring their perspective to that and help shape a performance task which is more realistic in terms of what the average UND student is learning relative to that goal.
One of my favorite stories about working with this performance task is I was concerned that students wouldn't take this seriously. This is a task that we had them do as a non-graded assignment in a capstone course, asking their faculty to ask them to do it for us for institutional assessment purposes. So I wasn't sure where the motivation would be for students to do it and to take it seriously. Most faculty just asked them to show up to take the assessment. But I proctored some of the assessment sessions, and I was really amazed to find that students engaged with the assignment. They would spend an hour working on it and generating a product. Some of them came up to me and asked me questions about the document. They wanted to know, what's the source of this? How should I do that? And that just gave me a lot of faith that our students were willing, when we could come up with a question that was relevant and engaging and meaningful to them, they were willing to engage in it and give it their best. And so I was surprised by that. I was embarrassed to admit I was surprised by that, but really grateful to see that students would help us with this project.